After hearing some rock clacks and some Bigfooty vocalizations when we were up here last time, we decided to have Derek bring the drone up and go over this Bigfoot sighting location. I heard a couple of I don't know, scream type vocalizations while we were here, and you know, I was kind of upset because I wasn't filming during any of those. And then when I went back through the footage, I heard one of the screams. Neither one of us heard it, but the camera caught it. And so I'm just like, we got to get back up there and see what's going on. Maybe if we throw this up in the air, we can see what's making the screams. And just for new viewers, you know, new to us, this is Curtis's Bigfoot sighting location, June 8th, 2014 is when he had it. And we're up here about 8 months later, following up. I mean, if people see a Bigfoot somewhere, you know, and we believe this story is credible, or if there's many sightings in a certain area, we keep coming back. And Colville and Morgan, there's been a couple of sightings the last few years, so this is only 10 miles from Morgan.
We're still a little bit out. I gotta let it get some signals going on here and connect up some Wi-Fi, even though I can't see what it's showing on me.
Does it also have to make a GPS link before it'll?
Yeah, it's already going to be starting that process here. Once I get connected Wi-Fi on it, I'll have all the telemetry. It'll tell me the GPS connection.
Derek is going to fly the drone over a few key locations on the way in. After a few days ago, Jenny and I up here doing an investigation after hearing rock clacks and a couple of screams, and then hearing one of those distant screams on our last week's video. He's up here flying the drone around. He's right above where the doe had died, and we believe that doe is what brought the Bigfoot in. Curtis heard the doe screaming and come up to it, and it was laying there trying to give birth to a stillborn, and he could tell by the smell that the stillborn had been dead for a couple of days. After a little while of trying to help her have the stillborn, he gave up and just laid up at her head and petted her until she expired. And then that's when he saw the creature up on the hillside. It's to the right, and Derek's gonna fly the drone up to where he had seen it. And him and the Bigfoot sat there and looked at each other for a little while. And the Bigfoot was standing right next to a juniper tree. Then it turned and walked up the hillside to another juniper tree and disappeared over the hillside. After our investigation with a couple of guys from BFRO, you know, we concluded that he probably saw the Bigfoot for 6 to 10 seconds and watched it take several steps as it left. Our team, we had 4 of us there, we found about a dozen footprints up in the area where he had seen it, some 17-inch long by 7-inch wide footprints, and then we also found a couple of handprints from the palm to the top of the longest finger, was 11 inches long. We found a couple of those, and we've seen that before in our investigations, where the Bigfoot will go up a steep hillside and put its one of its hands down a couple of times to help it up the hill. I guess it may be more comfortable for them to climb. Something else I'd like to point out is we split up with the BFRO investigators. Where the helicopter is now is kind of where we went, where the Bigfoot was, and they went up over the ridge on the left-hand side, and they stated that they found at least 3 footprints up there. So I'm sure this Bigfoot had been all over this mountainside, sneaking up to where Curtis and the dying doe was. But anyway, well, the BFRO guys were up on top of the ridge. Derek took our large helicopter. It's got 6 arms and 6 blades. He took and flew that up over their heads and everything, and they stated that they didn't see nor hear it. Once you get it about 50 yards overhead, it pretty much becomes silent. You can't hear it. So I'd like to point that out. I mean, it may sound noisy while you're next to it, but once you get it in the air and pretty high, you can't hear it anymore. So once you get it up to altitude, it becomes a silent tool to look for Bigfoot. You guys are going to see us utilize this a lot more this season, and a couple of our other drones. We have 3 of them currently in our arsenal. Well, keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.
I have no idea where they're landing.
I'd land it on the ice if I was you. Right on.
What do you think? I mean, that's literally what we wanted, just an aerial.
Yeah.
Panning around of everything. It'll give them a good...
I'm just hoping that whatever made those screams is still here. And it's curious about the drone.
I wish I was more comfortable. I wish I could go all the way to the top of that up there and feel comfortable about it. But,
Yeah, there's a lot of wind today.
you know, oh, you could feel it. I was constantly fighting the wind. I mean, it's coming up off the top, the crest of this hill here, coming in, it's zipping right straight down this canyon. And I mean, you could just feel it yanking on it.
We'll have more opportunities, days with less wind, to fly it up here.
Beautiful last day of January.
Yeah, it is the last day of January. Holy shit. We're out.
You know what I mean?
This is beautiful up here.